Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 5. So Module 5 is the start of our next major essay assignment. It is a definition essay. So we are moving on past narrative and description writing, and now we are into definition writing, which is a type of informative writing. So we're going to start building on some skills that you'll need for later in the semester, as well as kind of switching what we would do for different styles of writing in an academic setting. So in this case, we're dealing with definition, which is trying to explain something in a thorough manner, but also we'll pull in what we call exemplification, which is the providing of examples. And that is something that's very commonly used in academic writing. So let me show you what the module looks like. We are back to, we do not have essay in this module. We have instead the pre-writing and planning part. And in this case, instead of doing a journal like you've done before, you're going to be doing a discussion board. In the next module, you'll start working on some better understanding of use of sources. So this is the first essay when you'll start to use sources, and you'll also outline your essay, and then the module after that is when you'll actually turn in your essay. So we're actually spreading out this essay even a little bit more than we did for the narrative essay. So you can see I've got the readings in here. The first thing you want to do is go through the readings and take the quiz. The readings, I've got the chapter on definition, which is the type of essay that you're writing. And so everything about writing a definition essay is something that you'll want to read, as well as these two examples. And then I also have a reading from the exemplification chapter. You are not writing an exemplification essay necessarily, but you are using those skills in your definition essay. And so I've got that as well. And I have those patterns chapters at least copied into PDF form. The rules for writers section is basically the same type of information, just outlined a little bit differently. And so I put these rules for writers chapter sections on the readings, just for those of you who need it maybe explained to you in a little bit of a different way. But the patterns chapters are really where the questions are going to come from for your quizzes. So the quiz, just like we've done before, one of those that you can take multiple times. And then you'll get into the actual essay assignment here. So the assignment asks you to choose an abstract term or concept to define. So the restriction on the topic here is that, first of all, it's not an argument essay. So we're not arguing anything about a term. And then second of all, what you choose to define needs to be abstract. So it's not concrete. And that makes it a little bit more challenging than just defining, computer or something physical. We're trying to go for something that might have multiple definitions depending on who you're talking to. So we're thinking of different terms that might mean different things to different people. So my example here is the word family. Everybody's kind of version of what they would or who they include in the word family might be different. So some people, don't have much contact with their extended family, so they think of just their mom and dad and siblings, or maybe they don't even have contact with them, and so it's just their spouse and their kids, or something like that. Whereas other people, like, they say family and they mean everyone. They mean uncles and aunts and cousins and that kind of thing. Somebody who's adopted might see the word family different. So those are the kinds of things that you're going to think of. So the big challenge right away is going to be, what word are you going to define, and what sort of personal connection do you have to it? A lot of your definition is going to be based on your own personal feelings toward that word. So a lot of times students pick a concept that they either have a lot of personal experience with, or one that they feel pretty strongly about. So they might be a veteran or something, and so they choose the word freedom, or something that has to do with service, because they feel a little bit differently about that than just the average person might. So you're also going to, for this essay, use a source. You can use more than one, but the requirement is just one. Dictionaries don't count. Dictionaries are not sources. They are just a place to find a definition of a word. And I will talk about that more when we get to how to structure the essay. The main thing that you're going to be using for this essay, though, is your personal experience and your life experience, and so that might dictate what topic you choose. You can use first person in this essay, but I want you to avoid second person, which is the use of you. The second person refers to the person reading the paper. My definition of the word might be different from yours, so you're not trying to put words in my mouth, basically, by using you. This essay is also a little bit shorter, so that might also help you with the topic that you choose, is kind of thinking about different ideas. So I've got a bunch of different resources for you to help you with different topic ideas. This one is just a handout that I've created that I hand out in my own classes, and you can see the variety of different types of wording that you can use, different types of things that are concepts as opposed to something physical. And so if there's some area that interests you, like sports, for example, a lot of things that are different strategies that are used might be a sport terminology, that would be fine, as long as it's not something that you, like an action that you do or something that you can touch. It's probably an abstract concept. And so if you're interested in an area like psychology has a lot of concepts that we can look at, sociology has a lot of concepts that we can look at, I would kind of go with what area of schooling you're most interested in, because that's going to give you some good ideas for your topics. And I've got two other links there as well. There's so much variety for what you can do. The next thing that you're going to do, so this is kind of the first initial step, and this is sort of takes the place of doing some kind of a peer edit or collaborative group project type thing. Instead, you're going to just post what your plan is for your definition essay, your concept that you've chosen to define, kind of what your personal definition is, and kind of a working thesis idea. And so this is all in the very early brainstorm planning stage, which means that you may end up changing it, particularly after you get peer feedback. So you're going to respond to some of your peers with different suggestions, and then obviously when I grade it, I'll respond as well. The main thing I look for right at this stage is that do you have a concept or not? Because if you don't, then you have to change your topic, or you may have to alter your approach to the topic if what you've chosen isn't quite a concept. A lot of things that we have, like football or something, can be turned into a concept, but football itself is not a concept. So that might be something to be thinking about as you move forward. So that's the assignment there. So that's been Module 5, again, starting our next essay. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.